Inc., not incorporated.
Welcome to Mass After Dark. This is the first show we've done in, what, like 2 or 3 years now?
Did you start recording again?
Yes. Here's Jason Caminiti. I would have had lower thirds, but my Amiga monitor died, so I'll just put some lower thirds up afterwards. He is live.
Probably the only person still using an Amiga monitor.
Yeah. I got this one from the Comcast studio when they closed up. I guess it was worth every penny.
Shot that people are seeing, because the one I'm seeing is better, probably.
The one with me holding my crotch? No, they see this shot. I don't know if you can see that. This is the first time Jason and I are doing a this via Skype thing.
See me.
You can see you, and then I look like that type of thing.
All I see is a bunch of white screen.
So what's new? You want to talk about?
What's the last show that you have anyway? What show number are we on?
This is show 167. I'm not absolutely sure that that's the right number, but
so
I don't remember doing one.
Goes,
what's that?
Like we've probably done no shows in like the past, what, 12 years?
Last show I did, I think officially, like to tape, was with Dan Ginnity, and I think it was the end of 2005. It was like a year in review. So it's been almost 5 years, really. I did some shows that were like an hour-long special, but there wasn't anybody sitting in front of a camera type of thing. I put like that Barbie thing that I did when I was like 9 years old, I put that on.
Oh, you put that on?
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
That was classic. You know how long that thing took me to play? Did you do that? Did you digitize that in like 1980?
No.
Seriously.
My sister found the tape. I thought it was long gone, and then she like all of a sudden had this tape of me doing the she had like all these home videos, and that was in there. So
yeah, years ago I used to hang out with this group of people that were you know, I mean, they're just a bunch of nuts. And one guy decided to take, we were playing with video camera, one guy decided to take the video camera and literally taped himself taking a dump.
Wow.
So he was showing it to everybody. But then the funny thing about it was it just disappeared. Like nobody knows what happened to it. It disappeared.
What, the tape?
Yeah, the tape disappeared. Somebody stole it. Some perv, I think. They think they know who it was, but...
It's probably on like tubgirl.com or whatever now. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah. Back then it was like, you know, thousands of dollars to buy a tape like that. Now you can just pull it up on the internet and see it.
I know. Ain't the internet awesome?
Actually, the internet has changed quite a bit since we originally did our show. This show that we're doing right now would be technically impossible.
I know.
I hope you're showing me and not you, because you're doing what you ought to do.
I wanted people to see me trying to fix my Amiga monitor that won't...
You're tweaking crap.
It won't
so
turn
anyway,
on.
this show would have been technically impossible 10 years ago when we started. There's just absolutely no way in heck we could be sitting in 2 different places and streaming live over the internet. But it'll be interesting to see how it comes out. That's for sure.
I was reading, or actually listening to a podcast today, one that you listened to, Steve Gibson, and he was talking about how they expect to run out of IP addresses this time next year. Yeah,
he says that, but even he admits that the problem is
it's hard.
The problem is that there's people with huge blocks of IP addresses.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, downtown Plymouth-sized blocks of IP addresses, and they're not letting them go. See, originally they thought that every PC should have an IP address on an network, which works on a small scale, but then when you ramp it up to 6 billion people, it fails. I mean, how many IP addresses are there in an IP4 network? It's like billions. I mean, it's incredibly low. Obviously, IPv6, which is the next version, is going to have trillions and trillions.
It's like 32 trillion.
But it's also very hard to type. So
yeah.
Actually, they might as well just use MAC addresses if you want to know the truth. Because I don't see what the difference between that and an IP address is.
The only one I can remember is colon. Oops. What?
I thought I was going to have the catastrophic fail.
I can't believe my mind. I can't believe this.
Good one.
Not only does it not show a picture, but now like when you push the power button, it clicks on, and then it doesn't like stay on.
Yeah, well,
maybe that's why. So, anyways,
you have like 100 monitors behind you. You can't hook one of those up.
No, because it's the one that you control the Amiga on. It's like the Amiga monitor.
So you have to have an Amiga monitor? You should go to a flea market and pick one up.
I can switch to that.
Literally, I mean, go to a flea market and get one.
Yeah, I know. And you can get them on eBay, too. Oh, I don't...
Like $10.
Yeah.
You can probably fix it. You probably blew a capacitor or something.
All I know is working like until like 3 seconds before we went on the air, and then the video just went black.
That's how it always works.
Yeah.
So, even though this show wouldn't technically have been possible, he is using a lot of equipment that was available at the time. Because the Amiga apparently has a shelf life of 20,000 years.
Yeah. It's been around for a while.
So anyway, I mean, here's the thing. I don't know if we can call this show Mass After Dark anymore. Because we're going all over the world. We're wide. You know, so I mean...
Is this thing on?
There might be a couple of people that are still living in their parents' basement that are watching us from the old days, but I think most of them have probably grown up and gone home and stuff. So, I mean, moved out, you know. So, I think we should consider changing the name. Maybe calling it, like, subtitling it Mass After Dark for a while to get people to know the difference. But, I mean, the types of things that we can talk about are limitless. You know, I love talking about security and computers. We always talked about that stuff anyway. And just crazy stuff that's going on in the world.
What about politics in Fall River? Anything new with that?
I mean, I think there actually is a chance of having another netcast for that, but I don't know if you'd be interested in that because it's loopy. Although we did have a good one right now. If you pull up, can you show web pages?
Yeah, I can actually. What do you want me to show you?
Hours?
No, I just put it over your head.
Linda Blair on tonight's Late Show.
What was that?
What does it sound like?
Sounds like the Mass After Dark.
This is your life.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's the Eagle lamp. Too bad you can't see it because it's pretty cool. Actually, if you go to video.google.com/videoplay?doc ID equal 208-007-881303-809-6970 pound. You can see that video.
What is wrong with you?
No one's interested. Or you can just Google it. Mass After Dark.
.com.
So anyway, a couple of things that I wanted to bring up. One is that the official Mass After Dark webpage has not been modified in about 600 years.
Really?
Yeah, I think we might want to think about doing something else with that.
We have a fan that was trying to make like a Facebook fan page.
Yeah, whatever happened with that? He invited me and I didn't join it, I think.
Yeah, I think the same thing happened to me.
Maybe I'll join it live on the air. Let's see.
Oh my God, this computer is so freaking slow.
The problem is that it doesn't have any pictures or anything.
Here.
Alright, so I liked it. I officially liked Mass After Dark. Oh, I think you spelled it wrong. Oh, no, I didn't.
That would be appropriate.
So we have, okay, there's two people that like it. Our genre he put down is comedy/ball busting.
Yes. Okay, I did see it. That does
sound season 2. What season are we in now?
I don't know. This is like season 10.
Yeah, probably.
But there was really a season 8 and 9. We started in 1999. Do you remember? Do you want me to roll the tape? Do you remember going down to the Plymouth waterfront and with the that
Can you actually show it, or are you just gonna sit there and like?
No, I'm just gonna sit here and talk about it. I can't put it on. My Amiga monitor broke.
Are you just gonna hear it, or are you gonna actually play it?
I can't even play it. I've been archiving all of our old shows to DVD lately, so I've gotten to see some funny ones. You've seen a lot of funny stuff in the past.
I'm gonna tell our #1 fan that we're filming a Mass After Dark right now.
I can't believe this thing broke. So appropriate, isn't it? At least the At least my proof of concept with the video actually looks better than I thought it would. And you have like a crappy connection down there in Fall River, don't you?
I don't have a good connection. Are you not able to see me?
I see you perfectly, even your lips line up.
What'd you say?
I said your lips line up with your voice.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, so
like,
that's perfect.
I seriously, it's like watching a video.
Like watching a video?
Yeah.
A token resident.
Yeah, Riki and Dan and I have been talking about getting Tokan Retsuden back together.
We could totally throw them up on Mass After Dark. I mean, I was watching this live.twit.tv right before you were, when you were in there playing games with yourself. And they had like 20 guys talking about ham radio. They just kept switching them out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe they had 4 or 5, I don't know. But I guess I was listening to Twit, and he says he has actually 4 connections with 4 different computers. That's how he does it.
Does he have 4 internet connections too for bandwidth?
Oh, he's probably got a OS something or other. He's probably got a huge connection.
OC48.
That's what I said.
He said an OS.
He's probably got an OS 62.
Wow.
I don't know what he's got. So
well,
anyway,
the video looks better than I thought, and
are you gonna put up stuff that I gave you? Because I think that
did you give me stuff?
What?
Did you email me or something?
I'm texting it to you right now in the window.
Oh, I can't see any of that stuff. Hold on.
Well, then we need another way of doing it.
Oh, this is cool. I can do the whole thing.
Stop playing with yourself. What are you doing?
I don't see any of the. This is pretty cool. It automatically puts, because it's like a dual screen, it has you on the video output, and the rest of the stuff I can just see. But I don't see conversations. I don't see you typing. What?
It's underneath. I'll just share my screen.
Okay, it's gonna go all crazy.
Oh, I didn't want to share my full screen. Whoops.
Uh-oh. Oh, I can see your whole screen with a kitty cat. Oh, that's cool.
See the cat there, marinated cat?
Yeah. Yes, I read about that today.
Well, you actually sent it to me, and then my fiance sent it to me, which I thought was odd. But
that's
it
another
reminded
thing
me of one of our early videos where you told the world that you like to eat a particular feline species.
Yeah. We're on before 10 o'clock now, so I can't see that anymore. Uh-oh, now the screen just went blue.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta find some. I think there's probably like an add-on that I can do it and switch back and forth, but... So anyway, that poor cat was being marinated, literally, by his owner. I mean,
yeah.
It's bad enough if you're gonna shoot him and then lay him out and show that.
Well, I guess the cat's okay if it was meowing and stuff. He was trying to punish
like rattling stuff off.
Yeah, they said that he was like a little crazy because it's like a male cat, and he said it was pregnant.
Maybe should have gotten it neutered. Listen to Bob Barker for once.
He said that it was neutered.
Well, why would it spray him then?
Oh, it sprayed him? I didn't read that part.
Something's not making sense here.
Sometimes cats still spray even though they're neutered. Words of wisdom.
Wow, there are some messed up pictures on the internet.
Yeah, there are. Don't put those up, please.
Why not?
Because I want.
What, are you going to put this on national TVs? Oh my god. You got to see this one now. You got to see this one.
Alright.
Oh, this is good. Hold on. How do I do this again? Share my screen. Share selection. Can you see it?
What happened there?
What's that?
What happened there?
Obviously.
The toilet broke off the wall?
He passed out, the toilet broke. I hope it's not after the fact. I hope he passed out first, because it's not funny if he did the other way.
No, it's still funny. That's funny.
Yeah, that ain't right.
I can't believe my monitor broke though. Yeah, and you know what else is my waveform monitor died too. My like 1959 Tektronix RM529.
Alright, so I want to try this too. So another thing that I've been doing, since people are going to want to know what Jason has been up to, and probably what Mike has been up to too, but to a lesser extent.
You have a blog?
No, I do, but I'm not going to share that because it's not interesting. I'm going to show my film. Can you see that?
No, you're just frozen.
I'm sharing my screen.
It hasn't shown it yet. It's just a beautiful picture of you frozen. No, you're there again.
Alright, we'll try one more time.
It worked pretty well when you go to do the,
When I do what?
when you switch into the screen sharing mode, it's pretty seamless.
How about that?
No, it's just you frozen again.
Should be sharing my screen.
Well, what do you want? It's free.
What if I share the full screen?
No.
How about that?
Oh, now I can see it.
Alright, so now I'll play. This is what I've been working on. Actually, it's
In the last
a little old.
10 to 12
What's that guy doing?
the demand for
What guy?
what I consider average to large
Everybody say hey.
mills.
Everybody say Mike's gay.
Wow.
Not taking space.
Can you see that video?
So it sits vacant.
Yes, I can. It's like 2
So this
inches
is my
big.
film. This is the film that I made.
I linked to it from our homepage. That was probably the last.
Rising.info.
The same old solutions of let's go get biotech.
Jason's an award-winning filmmaker now.
I hope I don't have anything embarrassing up behind it.
You've got some GAY-looking wallpaper, that's for sure.
It's not really. There's not much going on there.
I don't want to offend anybody in the Governor Bradford Inn by saying that.
Do they have internet Wi-Fi there?
They probably
Bradford?
do.
Was it Governor Bradford?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what Travelocity
So this show
says.
is... We've got like another 10 minutes left here.
What?
We have like another 10 minutes left here.
How are we going to
Mike?
put this up on? How are we going to put this up on YouTube? Do you have a director account, or does that matter anymore?
No, it's 15 minutes now, unless you have a director's account. I've applied for one a number of times, but they never let me do it. I'll try again. But this will be available on FPAC TV's website for streaming.
Well, it has to be available on YouTube, or else it's not available at all.
I know.
Governor Bradford Inn. Oh, look at that. I'm on TripAdvisor, and there's this thing about these two guys on TV.
Yeah.
There were these two guys on TV when I went to visit, and they were talking about gay guys, and it offended me greatly. I would have given it 5 stars if it weren't for the programming.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
So I got a call today. I want to tell people about this call I got. It's really weird.
Yeah.
So I answered the phone. It was a Delaware number, which, by the way, if you know anything about banking, you know that Delaware is like banking capital of the world because anybody can get incorporated in Delaware, and they don't check anything.
Yeah.
I think Feces got their incorporation there once. So anyway, so I get this call, and it was like a robot lady, and it said, this is Mass After Dark still, so I'll use the local bank, but it's a local bank. It said Hanscom Federal Credit Union, and it said, basically it's saying that my credit card was unfortunately turned off, and I could turn it back on. I just had to give them my credit card number.
Nice.
Press 1 and give them my credit card number. Well, I don't know if they heard me or something, but they hung up on me right before they got to, but they did say, please enter your 16-digit credit card. Of course, I'm laughing at them, like I'm going to give them a real credit card number. So I want people to be aware of that because I thought that was interesting. And I went to the website so that I could, tell them what was going on in case they didn't know. And right across the top it said, we will never ask you for your information over the phone, which isn't true because they ask you that all the time, but they're not going to call you and ask you about it, right?
Yeah.
And that's the real key.
Do you want to do another show after this? Or
Might as well. That way we can
I think I could switch in because I'm only using this other monitor for a program monitor. I could live
What are we at
without
right
that.
now?
I'd say we got a good 6 minutes left. Maybe 7. I want to make a new opening. That's another thing. So
I like
hopefully.
the old opening.
You mean the original one?
Yeah, the original.
Yeah, I could run the original one. Melissa
Well, I mean,
gets,
just for the first few shows here, since we're back and we're live, and
Melissa doesn't like it when I run the original opening because it shows like a Playboy calendar in my room.
It wasn't a Playboy calendar.
Yes.
That was a work of art. Trust me, I'm an artist.
What happened to that car that you broke the key on?
What?
The one in the opening where you break the key?
Oh, that car, the piston shot through the side of the engine.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I got stuck on the side of the road in Rhode Island. Thanks for bringing it up. It's a good memory.
Do you want to talk about it? I don't know if there's anything interesting going on in Framingham right now.
In Framingham?
Yeah.
I've heard all about
TV.
what's going on in Framingham.
FPAC TV, I think, is doing great. They have a new executive director there. They're starting to get more local programming done, and I'm happy to contribute to it.
You sound like you have something in your mouth, and I don't want to say what it is because we might be on before 10.
Like what? That's because you're not hearing the program feed. You're hearing the webcam.
Sure,
audio.
sure.
Yeah.
Blame it on the webcam.
But, yeah, so it's been some interesting developments, but...
Well, the interesting thing that's happened in Fall River, where I live now, is we didn't have, and this goes to public access discussion, but we didn't have funding for our public access. What they did was they took, there's a fee that they could get that ended up being about 65 grand a year for equipment kind of thing. It was like, I think it might have even been like the tipping fee or the tax fee or whatever they call it. And they used that to subsidize the public access. But other than that, it was the local community college was paying the bill for it. So we had a big fight here, and what happened was the previous, what was that?
That's me moving around. Keep talking, I'm going to do something.
The previous administration, anyway, gave all the money that we got from the contract signing, which we only got 4%, I think. We could have gotten 5%. But they gave all of that money to one entity, which was the school, the high school. So we had to fight about that a little bit. But the end result is our as far as I know, our facility now has funding. Maybe not full funding, but they're again like 200-something thousand last time I read in the paper. Now I don't know if that's been distributed or what's going on.
Is that just for the public or for all three?
That's just for the public access. The rest is
not too bad.
The high school, which is. They're doing a really good job, I have to say. So if you're out there, it's doing a good job.
Ah, crap.
I was watching it last night, live council meeting. We just got that a few months ago. We're way behind the ball. What are you doing?
I was trying to see if I can switch these two Amiga monitors, but conveniently, you would think that in the entire run of Amigas being built, they would have just used the same video connector, and they did not.
I had a connector that for my no, it wasn't amber, it was green screen, and it said that you could only use it for black and white, but it wasn't black and white, it was green, so I don't know what that meant. Actually, I've got a, I don't know if you've seen my old lamp. It's not the famous one, that's gone now, but the lamp I have here, I just wanted to mention, you'd actually be half proud of me.
Why?
I've got an incandescent on one side, and I've got a compact fluorescent on the other. That's a nice shot right there. I wish the viewers could see that.
Yeah, that's too bad.
So
actually, they can see it. They can see it in the little tiny window in the bottom corner.
So how much time do we have? Because I want you to talk about something.
You want me to talk about something?
Yeah, how much time do we have? Because I want you to talk about the fight you had with some random guy on the internet about compact fluorescents.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy from the UK. He thought he kind of was throwing out a lot of like kind of skeptical terminology, but it was all like pointless. And he's like, "Oh well, we can get rid of all of the compact, all the incandescent lamps, but the big energy supplier, utilizer is still, the big industry and everything. So why bother?" I'm like, "Well, because it's easy and it's like low-hanging fruit."
Well, all right, let me frame the conversation for you.
Okay.
Mike is absolutely in love with light. I mean, like, literally, he has, like, light porn on his computer. You can, like...
How did
go
you
to
find
his
out
computer
about that?
You can see pictures of, like... And what I mean is, like, different bulbs. Like, he's totally into bulbs. We drive by, like, stuff, and he tells me what kind of bulb it is. Like, street light. Like, anyone cares.
You mean like a high-pressure sodium?
Yeah, exactly. So, one day we're driving along, and he says... And I might have talked about this because it was retarded. Although we don't use that word anymore. But, you know, I don't mean it in a bad way. So he tells me take a left of the light, and I'm looking for the blinking, you know, light or the stop light or whatever. No, he's talking about a street light. Who does that? Who gives driving directions by street lights? So anyway, somehow he gets involved in an argument over the internet with this guy who's like all about incandescents and how the new guy. I mean, he doesn't like the compact fluorescents and all that.
He in the UK, they've made legislation, as they have here, but it's already taken effect, I think, in the UK, that they can no longer sell incandescent light bulbs, like regular ones, I guess. You can still get the kind for your oven and stuff. But I'm sure there's somebody like that episode of Seinfeld selling light bulbs out of the back of their car. But I mean, they cost more and they're shorter. I mean, I don't know what the point of them really is. There's a lot of people that they're like, oh well, the mercury, but you know, the number one source of electricity right now in the United States is still coal, and more radioactive material is released by burning coal than by breaking all of the light bulbs in the trash. So
actually,
where are you going?
I'm going to show you something. You're going to be jealous of me.
Oh boy.
I can't. They got the lights off. No, here it is. Hold on. I'm going to shut the lights off. I'm going to show you something. Let me know if you can see this. Whoa.
Whoa.
I'm going to drop my feet or something here. Hold on. This is the back of my curtain.
Is this a live shot?
Yeah, it's a live shot, but you know, you can't see it, so I'm going to turn it back on. I'm going to take a picture of it and show it to you. I have a nuclear reactor outside of my window now.
For real?
No, it's not a nuclear reactor, but it's a cooling tower, and it looks just like a nuclear reactor.
What is it?
So,
that's a gas plant or something?
What's that?
Is it a gas plant?
Well, what happened is, for years and years, the Bay, Narragansett Bay and Taunton River, has had the coal plant burning coal, heating up water, taking in water to cool the towers, and then, I mean, to cool the system, and then dropping it back out at 130 degrees. Now that's devastated our ecosystem in the Bay. So finally, the FDA, or not the FDA, who does that? Whoever's in charge of that,
EPA?
they finally, who?
EPA?
Yeah, so those guys. So one of the letters, the alphabet soup. So they finally forced them to put up cooling towers. So now we got these huge nuclear-looking cooling towers. Everybody here hates them except... Are you farting? What is that?
No, it's my chair. Look.
It sounds like Pizza the Hut.
It is kind of creepy. You know, this chair, I paid like $80 for it at Staples when I moved to this house. And it, all the screws keep falling out of it and it breaks apart.
I already broke a chair.
I remember.
I'll show you.
Oh, recently?
No, it's got to be fixed. I called the guy for tech support to figure it out, but I still haven't done it. It's like really hard.
We're going to have to wrap this show up. So it's great to be back on the air, and I hope you'll see us again real soon. Sound good?
Yeah, we got to think of a new name. I don't like the name anymore.
All right, let's roll.
Should be World After Dark.
World After Dark. How about
Universe After Dark?
City Lights. Oh, wait,
that's Mike.
That's Jason. All right, so we're out of time. So I can't believe the freaking... So I'm afraid to reboot the Amiga, because then...